Hey, what's up guys, and welcome back to another episode of Super Gaming Minute, the channel dedicated to all things Nintendo and gaming. Before we get into the video, we need to go over the current status of our giveaway. As you guys know, I had issued a challenge to you on my N64 games coming to the Nintendo Switch video, saying that if the video got 1,000 views and 100 likes, that I would host a Nintendo themed giveaway and enter each person who has subscribed and commented on that video. Well, we definitely hit those numbers and then some. I'm proud to say that as of recording this video, we are at almost 2,700 views and 117 likes, which is amazing, you guys. Thank you so much. Now, we'll be hosting the Nintendo themed giveaway, and I will be giving more information concerning that giveaway in a later video. So make sure you're subscribed to Super Gaming Minute so you don't miss your chance to win. Also, don't forget to like the video, you guys, to help get it into the hands of other people who might be interested in this topic. Share the video and comment your thoughts on it. And without further ado, let's get right into the video. So, it's been a hot minute since Nintendo came out and told us not to expect a Legend of Zelda 35th anniversary. I mean, yes, we got a few things out of Nintendo when it comes to the Legend of Zelda. We got Skyward Sword HD, brand new Skyward Sword themed Joy-Cons, and a new Game & Watch system, among a couple other little things sprinkled in. Now, if you guys have been following the channel for a while now, you know that I've made quite a few videos concerning the Legend of Zelda's 35th anniversary. As a matter of fact, they're some of the best performing videos on the channel, so thank you all for that. So you can imagine that I'm a pretty huge fan of the Legend of Zelda, and I was very disappointed in the fact that we aren't going to receive a full-blown celebration for the franchise, which I would be confident enough to say has more to do with the pandemic than it does with Nintendo themselves not caring enough about the franchise in order to celebrate it in the same way that they celebrated Super Mario Bros. Now, just because we may not get a huge celebration for Zelda doesn't mean that Nintendo is done bringing over ports or remakes of classic Zelda titles. Today on this video, I want to go over the chances of Nintendo releasing an HD port of Ocarina of Time onto the Switch and some of the evidence which I found scouring the internet and YouTube, and came together with a few reasons why I think Nintendo is planning a re-release of Ocarina of Time on the Switch. First and foremost, as we've talked about on this channel before, one of the biggest pieces of evidence that we have is last year Nintendo had renewed the trademarks for Ocarina of Time, which definitely got people's attention and made fans of the game excited for the possibility of one of the most beloved Legend of Zelda games coming over to the Switch. Now, this in no way confirms that we will indeed see Ocarina of Time come to Nintendo's newest platform, but it definitely does raise suspicion. After all, Nintendo did the exact same thing when they released the Mario 35th Anniversary Collection the year prior. Now, I know a lot of you out there are going to bring up the fact that Aonuma clearly turned down the fact that there will not be a Legend of Zelda 35th Anniversary. I quote, "We don't have any campaigns or other Nintendo Switch games planned," end quote. But that doesn't necessarily mean that they aren't working to bring over any new ports of older Zelda games. So yes, maybe Nintendo doesn't have any plans to celebrate the Legend of Zelda's 35th anniversary, but maybe they aren't planning on releasing these games as part of an anniversary. Let me explain. Nintendo tries to release a new Zelda game yearly, and while Nintendo is hoping to release Breath of the Wild 2 next year, it still may not happen. The pandemic has really put a damper on the gaming industry as a whole, and as we've seen, Nintendo has really suffered a lot of setbacks when it comes to pushing out games. I hate to say it, but yes, we might not even see Breath of the Wild 2 in 2022. If that is the case, Nintendo will want to release something that year just to keep fans happy. Having Ocarina of Time being released in its place is a great way to keep fans happy and allows Nintendo to keep working on Breath of the Wild 2 in its place. And if Breath of the Wild 2 does release in 2022, where does that leave Ocarina of Time? Well, normally Nintendo likes to release only one Zelda game per year, but they do need a title that they can release at any time when they might have a lull or dead space between releases. Ocarina of Time would be perfect to fill that void. And come on guys, are we really going to listen to Aonuma? The guy told us they weren't working on Skyward Sword HD. He also said they had no plans of releasing Majora's Mask 3D on the 3DS. I mean, take everything this guy says with a grain of salt. Now, there are other things that I could add to this video to further my point as to why I believe we will see this game or a Zelda multipack coming to the Switch by bringing up tweets from leakers such as Zippo or Nate Drake, who have commented pretty recently about the possibility of these games making their way to the Switch, but I won't. In the past, I've used leakers in order to make my point on this subject specifically, only to have them be wrong. And before I take the word of any leakers again, I want to make sure that I have faith in what they're saying. I want to actually believe 100% that they are right in what they are saying. If I don't, then I don't want to report on it. Besides, this video is strictly my opinion, and what I think we will see doesn't necessarily have anything to do with what the Nintendo community is saying about the game. Now we've talked about the game and the possibility of the game coming over to the Switch, but how will Nintendo release this game? My vote would be as a Hero of Time collection, bundling Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask in one collection, giving them the HD treatment. Now I don't think that we'll see any sort of remake for the game. Hell, if it's anything like the Mario 3D collection, I don't even see Nintendo making them full screen. But would I still pay $60 for a re-release of these two games in a combo pack? Well, unfortunately, yes. I want these games on my Switch. I want them in the same quality as the 3D remakes, but I want to have the choice of playing the 3D re-release on my TV or in handheld mode, on a brighter, clearer screen than what we've seen on the 3DS. Now, another possibility that we've talked about in a different video would be for Nintendo to release these games on the N64 online service. And if you guys want to watch my N64 coming to the Switch video, I'll leave a card for it at the top right hand side of this video. Now this for me would be the worst case scenario for these games to come over onto the Switch platform. It would take no time and it would take no effort on Nintendo's part, as they already have a working N64 emulator that runs on the Switch. Actually, knowing Nintendo, this is exactly how they would do it. Oh well, what are you gonna do? But all jokes aside, even if this was the case, I would still be happy. I would still be able to play the games on the platform of my choice. I can play it on my 70-inch TV, or I can take it on the go, and I would be perfectly okay with this. Alright guys, and that is it. Do you think we'll still see Ocarina of Time or even Majora's Mask come in any form to the Nintendo Switch? And if so, how do you think Nintendo will do it? Also, when do you guys think we'll see it? Comment down below your predictions for these games. Let's start a conversation. Also, don't forget to like the video. It definitely helps to get this video into the hands of other like-minded individuals and can bring new ideas and points of view into our community. But the most important thing you guys can do if you're new around here would be to subscribe to Super Gaming Minute if you like talking all things Nintendo and gaming. Thanks again to everyone who has supported me this far throughout the 10 or 11 months that I've been on this platform. Without you guys, I wouldn't have the ambition to keep going and making videos. So yes, you guys are the reason that I keep making these videos. So thank you all so much. And with all that said, keep on gaming.